back to the Battle War Conflict channel. Make sure you hit subscribe and like my videos. Today we dive into one of the most thrilling encounters at the ICC ODI World Cup 2025, India vs Australia. From the opening delivery to the last ball, this match had everything: high drama, game-changing moments, individual brilliance, and team resilience. Whether you were at the edge of your seat or watching from home, this is a match we'll remember for a long time. Let's get into it. Exterior: the stage was set. The crowd poured into the stadium with electric energy, flags of India and Australia waving everywhere. The venue felt like a battlefield, every cheer, every gasp marking the tension between two cricketing powerhouses. Australia, the defending champions, came in with their head held high. India, eager to dethrone them, loaded with expectations. The toss, the decision, the sun beating down, the pitch looked like it would favor batting first. Everything conspired for a big game. The Australian openers strode out. India's fielders took their positions. The umpire raised his finger and we were off. The stadium ambience added to the spectacle. Vendor calls, colorful banners, national anthems, the roar when a boundary was struck. You could sense that this wasn't just a match, it was a war of wills. And from the very first ball you felt the weight of history, of records, of pride. Australia decided to bat first if they did, and looked to make the most of the favorable conditions. India's bowlers and fielders prepared for the challenge. The atmosphere spoke of challenge, of mindset, of strategy, and in that moment you knew, whoever controls the momentum will likely control the outcome. The field looked pristine, the pitch had a slight bounce, the outfield lightning fast. Every element added to the sense of occasion, and for India, this was more than just a final. This was a chance to rewrite the narrative against Australia. So as the players took guard, you felt the stakes were huge. That is the exterior: the battlefield, the arena, the stage, and now we move inside. Interior: the match dynamics, strategy, turning points. The Indian side began with a clear plan: bowl with discipline, build pressure, take early wickets, and then bat sensibly to chase the target. The Australian side aimed to bat deep, exploit power, hitting, set a formidable total, and then defend it with sharp fielding. Australia started strongly. Their top order made hay, aggressive intent, boundaries, rotating the strike, exploiting any loose delivery. They looked in command. The Indian bowlers at times found line and length, but the Aussies batters capitalized on any short or loose ball. The fielders for India were alert, but there were a few chances that went begging: missed catches and misfields that, in a match of this magnitude, can prove costly. The scoreboard climbed quickly. At some stage, Australia looked firmly in control. But then India struck. A key breakthrough came: a wicket at a crucial time, and that shifted the momentum. The Indian bowlers tightened up, changed their approach: smarter field placements, slower overs, careful variations. The batters for Australia began to feel the squeeze. Meanwhile, India's batting plan was becoming clearer: build partnerships, don't panic, keep the scoreboard moving. When India came out to bat, they showed courage and composure. The partnership that steadied them was notable. They soaked up pressure, rotated strike, punished the bad delivery. The stadium rose with every boundary. Usually Asia-Pacific cricket battles favor batsmen, but India's bowlers held their nerve when it mattered. The interior of the match also contained those unforgettable individual moments: a century, a quickfire cameo, a clutch wicket, a miss field that changed the equation. The Indian chasing side felt it all. The target looked tough, but they believed. Every ball they batted with purpose. Every time a boundary went through the gap or over the rope, the crowd erupted. Every time a wicket fell, the significance was felt. In the end, as India closed the chase, or Australia defended successfully depending on outcome, the team combination, the tactical adjustments, the mental resilience all came together. The game within the game: batting strategy, bowling changes, field, set tweaks, psychological battles played out in full. That, in essence, is the interior story of the match: how the teams arrived, how the momentum shifted, how individuals and systems clashed, and how the final chapter was written. Performance: when it comes to performance, there were stand-out contributions. For Australia, their top order fired, A century or big score was crafted, and they looked potent. But the Indian response was equally bold. The Indian batters showed maturity, technique, and temperament under pressure. The bowlers for India delivered when it mattered, taking wickets at intervals, controlling the run rate, creating pressure. Fielding was also important. A big catch, a direct hit run out, a saving stop at the boundary. On the flip side, Australia's fielding may have wavered, a dropped chance here, an overthrow there, and in a match of tight margins those lapses haunted them. The pre-game hype about who would perform held true. These players delivered. The Indian side, particularly, demonstrated why they are now a force to reckon with in knock-out matches. The partnership that chased down the target will be talked about for years. The bowling unit showed depth. Beyond the front-line bowlers, the support bowlers chipped in. It wasn't just one star, it was a collective. The Australian bowlers tried their best, but India's batters were up for the task. Performance-wise, the match had the full spectrum: brilliance, pressure, errors, redemption. Safety features in the context of a sports match like this. Safety can mean how the teams protected their wickets, how they managed risk, how they prevented collapses. India's batting strategy included safe periods. After losing a wicket, they didn't panic. They consolidated. They didn't attempt overly risky shots early. They built foundations. Australia's bowling attack used safe lines and lengths, used field placements that prevented easy boundaries, forced the batters into mistakes. Fielders were positioned for containment, stopping boundaries, cutting off singles. The teams used caution when required, e.g., when conditions favored bowlers they backed off going for big shots. When the pitch offered swing/spin, they chose conservative options. Safety in this match meant game management, protecting the stumps, protecting partnerships, protecting momentum. India's bowlers at times backed themselves to defend modest totals by choosing safe deliveries, clever field settings. Australia's batters at times played safe, took singles, wore out bowlers before launching. That kind of safety-first approach pays off in high-pressure matches. Unique selling points. What makes this match special? First, the rivalry. India vs Australia is one of cricket's great rivalries, and to have it in a World Cup knock-out makes it even bigger. Second, the dramatic chase or big total sets it apart. Historical records were challenged. Third, performance depth. Both teams had multiple players making significant contributions, not just relying on a single star. Fourth, the narrative. Australia the champions, India the challengers, the opportunity for India to break a psychological barrier. Fifth, the venue and the stakes. A major World Cup stage, high viewership, global attention. And finally, the emotion, the crowd, the atmosphere, the tension, the celebrations. All of that makes this match a highlight reel for cricket fans. For your channel, this match is a goldmine. There are visuals, story arcs, turning points, emotion, and big moments. Price. Well, in sporting terms, the price is the value this match delivers to fans, to broadcasters, to teams. The ticket price may have been premium given the occasion. Viewers worldwide tuned in. Advertising revenue was significant. Sponsors were engaged. For you as a content creator, the price is the effort you put into analyzing it and the value you deliver to your audience, breaking down key moments, giving insights, providing commentary that makes the match more understandable and entertaining. So this match offers high value for fans wanting to relive the thrill, for new viewers wanting to understand the game, and for your channel aiming to capture attention. The return on investment, in terms of engagement, watch time, joy is very high. Conclusion. To wrap up, this confrontation between India and Australia at the ICC ODI World Cup 2025 was more than a match. It was a showcase of skill, nerve, strategy, and rivalry. The exterior stage, the interior dynamics, the performances, the risk management, the unique value, they all came together. India showed that they can rise when it matters. Australia reminded us why they are a benchmark, but ultimately the story belonged to the moment, to the drama, to the execution. If you missed it, make sure you watch the full highlights. If you're a fan of cricket, sports drama or high-stakes competition, this match delivers. And for our channel, we'll keep bringing you the breakdowns, the stories behind the story, the insights the broadcasters don't always show. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you enjoyed this breakdown. Share with your friends who love cricket. Until next time, stay tuned on Battle War Conflict for more epic matches and analysis. Take care and see you in the next one.